Today on Attack of the Show. From the rise of new consoles to the fall of gaming's greatest convention, we examine this year's top gaming events in the loop. You think you love her, but how do you go about telling her? We've got the answers you've been searching for in your pants. We say some prayers,
Dear tiny infant Jesus,
and ask for some help.
Help me, Tom Cruise!
When we drive into Talladega Nights in DV Tuesday. All this and more on a live and irrational Attack of the Show, starting right now.
What's going on here? Think about this. Chest everywhere.
That was not a throw. That was a drop. Kevin, that was a drop.
Listen, I'll explain why that happened in just about 5 seconds. Welcome to Attack of the Show, everybody. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Tuesday, December 12th. My name, Kevin Pereira.
Hey everyone, I'm Olivia Munn, and we are coming to you live from the G4 Studios in LA.
Get to it.
Kevin, I am glad to see you back.
Oh, I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're glad to see me back.
No,
This is
I
great.
am. Kevin, you were out on assignment yesterday, and you know, I know you've watched already, but I want to apologize before. But when Papa Pereira's away, yes, the kids did play.
That's why I went to the newspapers. Apparently, I'm the fun Nazi around
You're not
here.
the fun
I just smother
Nazi.
fun with the pillow, and so
No.
that's why it's like, oh, I could be wacky and unexpected. Let's have fun like it's Monday.
Well, as an example, fun and wacky doesn't do this. Fun and wacky does like
I was
this.
thinking.
That's fun and wacky. That's
I was thinking
Blair and
about the
Olivia.
crew that now has to clean this up before
No,
my
I'll
loop. That
clean-
is a hazard. Someone could slip.
No, Kevin, here's the thing. You're the veteran here.
True.
You know, we have to be on our best behavior when you're here. And I actually am ashamed because when you're not here, that means I take over the show.
Right. And Conductor Munn drives the Amtrak right off the rails.
I did.
Just,
I
yeah.
did. And, you know, Blair looked to me to help carry on the show, and it went wrong. It went south.
Okay.
Things were going bad,
Oh,
Kevin.
don't get to that place.
No,
We're
Kevin,
fine.
things were going bad.
We're gonna be
Where
fine,
were you,
sweetheart.
man?
Sweetheart.
Where were
Here,
you?
watch. Ready? Boom. I want to get something off my chest, actually. See how we're done.
Yeah.
I want to go to, we have newspapers here, and I like tangible things. I like print on a page. And it got me
True.
thinking, what year is this, really? Is it 2006?
Yeah, almost 2007.
Why are people still sending email?
I know, right?
Screw email. Let's go back to the time where sending information, data, photos, and fun was awesome. It was tangible. Let's go back to faxing, huh?
Yes!
Woo, look at that thing! Look at that guy!
Some people say it's a lost art.
It really is like calligraphy.
It's like 1992 all over again, people.
So
We
we've
love
set
it.
up a fax machine live, folks. It's sitting right over there. Look at it. It's just waiting for you. Send us anything you want. Fax anything to 310-979-2699. Or for some reason, you're a complete nerd and you don't have a fax machine.
I want to have a fax machine.
What a loser. Go to g4tv.com/fax, AOTS. We're going to have a bunch of links to websites that offer faxing for free. So you just type something in, upload a photo. But just no more than 2 pages per fax.
Yeah, a lot of people want to send us stuff, hopefully,
Yeah.
and we don't want to
keep it clear.
jam the faxer. But
I don't hear it going yet, by the way.
no, but
So-
it will. They just got it. But
Okay,
I'm
look
really
at it.
excited because who knows what we'll get? Like maybe some art you guys have been working on,
Yes.
or your shopping list, or maybe some naked pictures of your girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, I'll fax some pictures of all your girlfriends. It's fine. Every time we go to the fax machine throughout the show, there it is, folks. It's going to be like Christmas. We don't know what we're going to get, so surprise us. Send us what's on your mind,
Yeah.
and we're actually going to try to show as much as we can throughout the show live on
this
air.
is so much fun. Again, send us a fax at 310-979-2699 or go to g4tv.com/fax, AOTS.
Nobody has a fax machine.
they're
Nobody
all
has
going
one out
online.
there.
They're all going
Go to the
online.
website. Send us one, please.
Maybe another thing we can do is send out your personal cell phone number. Just call Kevin
Oh,
live
yeah,
on
we'll do
air.
that. Yeah, I'll give out
That'll
yours.
be
You've
fun.
got 2 right here. We can just let them
I
ring.
know, those are my phones. You guys, now, while we wait for your randomness, let's go to a place that always delivers the goods.
Yes, press send. Wait for the screeching noises. We're going around the net.
When friends and couples get together with some drinks...
It's receiving! Sorry.
is?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I'm totally derailing the show now. It's receiving. No, don't check it. We'll wait.
No,
we'll wait.
I'm
We'll
just
wait.
looking. It says call pickup. I'm very excited.
We're on the net.
All right.
Yes.
All right, it's a TV show again. Sooner or later, you guys, when you're drinking with friends, the topic of conversation always turns to sex. You should see when Kevin and I go drinking together, that's where
Push!
it always goes.
Come on, baby. It's coming. It's coming. It says it's receiving.
Okay, he's
All
actually
right.
delivering a baby back there.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're drinking, you talk about sex. What else are you going to talk about? Like the weather when you're
True.
drunk?
True. The more drinks you have, typically, the more
Yeah.
fun things get. Spoken like Lindsay Lohan, actually. But, you know, everybody's watching this YouTube video where one smart guy decided to whip out a banana while he was hanging out with some tipsy lady friends,
Yeah.
if you will.
And after some prodding by the males, you can imagine where it goes from here. The first girl, she can't take much, but
She tries.
But watch what her friend is able to do. That's the first girl.
Yeah, girl number one. She not
Here's
a,
second girl.
valiant effort. Now, I know you don't want to look away from the blue top madness there, the little monster, but keep an eye on the guy sitting next to her. I'm assuming that's perhaps a new boyfriend who's now realizing she probably has a history that he doesn't know about, and that's exactly the face he'd make. Come on! That was good.
I don't know. I'm not that. It's not that nothing. I mean, it's just. I'm not that shocked, really. I mean, she didn't put the whole banana in.
Oh, whether it's beer chugging or banana chugging, you're not impressed by a woman who can do
well,
something
I was
well.
impressed that I beat your ass in chugging.
You think
so
you can
I was
top that woman? Bring it. Let's get it going. You wanna do a little yappity yap? So let's see it, sister.
Yeah, is this what you were doing yesterday? Buying bologna while we were trying to have a show?
It was duty free.
Yeah, Kevin, you wish. This is huge.
There's a fax coming in. All right, I should have went for the 12-inch Kabasa. I know. I'm sorry, but hey, pretty good. All right, what do we anything good?
It just says call pickup.
Ah.
Fax machines never work. That's why we went out of style. My fax machine is broken at my house.
Come on,
Damn
so
it.
it's a fax. All right, we're done with the meat products.
No, we're not. I'll do it.
Okay, yes.
By the end of the
we'll
show.
leave it there.
You'll see. Now, again, you wish. Take it. You do it.
All right,
You
fax something awesome, and I'll get Olivia to
Yes.
go for it.
Go to g4tv.com/AOTS for the links to that crazy, awesome video you just saw.
Yeah, but right now it's time for the only news you need to know. So here's Layla Cayley with the feed headlines.
Thank you, guys. Here's what's coming up in the feed. First, did you know YouTube is censoring your comments? We'll tell you why. Plus, a major company had their viral ads exposed as a huge fraud. And the judge's ruling has come down in the Borat versus Drunken Frat Boys case. It's all coming your way in the feed. Don't miss it. But first, back to you guys.
I guarantee people are calling the machine and yelling loudly at it when it picks up and screeches. Tell Olivia she's hot! No, that's not how it works. You need to fax paper.
I know. It says receiving.
Well, we're interactive today, not just with
Yes.
the fax machine, but also with the video voicemails, of course. So let's.
You can let go of the bologna now, Kevin.
I love my meat. Let's check in with you in the Army of Monitor Heads.
Here is Matt from North Carolina.
Hey guys, with Nintendo and Sony finally releasing their next-gen consoles, and Microsoft hitting it big with their Xbox titles, do you think 2006 is one of the best years gamers have seen in a long time?
He will not.
Don't talk with your mouth full, Matt from North Carolina.
You want him to deep throat this one
That is
too?
rude.
The console wars, it proved to be good,
Okay, that's a phone
for
off.
this year. For the hardware, more. It was like all about hardware.
Well,
this
and
year,
that's
so.
the thing.
Not so much for software, though.
And that, it's a good year for gaming. We got some new hardware into the living room. Bad year when it comes to the software side of things. But that is debatable for some, and I think we're going to actually do that today. You all right, sweetheart?
Oh, hurts my teeth.
Okay, keep it going.
Okay, now because we care, you guys, it's time for the poll question. What was the biggest gaming event of 2006?
I really do keep it boring around here, don't I?
You make it awesome, Kevin. Don't ever leave me again. Don't ever leave me. Don't leave. You guys vote on our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your. That's a baloney.
Text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS live news alerts.
Did that hurt?
A little bit. All right. We have more groundbreaking show ahead. So much, in fact, that we are seriously considering nominating ourselves for a Nobel Prize. Because science sucks anyways, right?
Science does suck.
And scientists don't use fax machines.
Or baloney.
Send us something, please. We'll be back.
With all the ups and downs in gaming this year, we're taking a look at the events that have affected you the most in the loop. And it's just a four-letter word, but it's so hard to say. We'll give you the courage to go in your pants.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live and talking gaming in 2006. Before the break, we asked you, what was the biggest gaming event of 2006? Well, according to you, the Great Console Wars of 06 was the year's biggest gaming event, taking 46% of the vote. Let's go on over to Kevin, who has paid multiple Chinese immigrants to wait in line for him this year.
What a year in gaming it has been. From the rise of the Nintendo DS to the fall of E3. This is really a year to remember for the video game world. But what were the highs and what were the low points of this entire year? The gaming experts are here. The opinions are ready to fly, so no pushing or shoving. Just take a number. Pre-order it if you have to. It's The Loop. Joining us tonight from Los Angeles, G4 gaming expert Jeff Keighley is here, and from San Francisco, executive editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly, Shane Bettenhausen. Gentlemen, welcome to The Loop. I'm excited to get into this one because I think a lot happened in this year for gamers and non-gamers alike. And Shane, I'd like to start with you talking about the Electronic Entertainment Expo. I mean, E3 every year gets bigger and better. It's louder. You got the noises, the booth babes, the video games, big screens. This year, people were saying it was the biggest yet. So how could it go away? How can a convention go away when it just seems to get bigger and better?
It actually got too big. It was unusable. It was tons of fanboys, thousands of games, crowds. You couldn't play anything. It'd been like E3, I'd go and play 2 games. I'm glad it's changing. The smaller, gentler E3 is the way to go.
So you're happy to see it go?
Totally. Good riddance.
Wow. Keighley, do you feel the same? I mean, how will E3's cancellation affect us in 07? The E3 as we know it.
First of all, everyone keeps talking about how E3's been canceled. It hasn't really been canceled. I mean, there's still going to be this E3 Media Festival in July. There's going to be this sort of public E3 later on in the fall. Yeah, I think Shane's right that it sort of got a little too big. It was crazy because you go to E3 and it would be 3 days to see like 1,000 games. You had no time to see all the games. So I think what we're going to see now is instead of this one big gaming feast, there'll still be this sort of scaled down E3, but we'll see other sort of smaller events throughout the year. Sure. And I can't imagine that Microsoft's going to wait until July to show us Halo 3. So I imagine there'll be some special event for Halo 3 earlier in the year.
But won't you miss at least the internet hype, the pomp and circumstance that happened even a few weeks before E3?
I think there'll be some of that because I think we're still going to have, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo do press conferences in July. So people are going to get hyped up about that stuff. Yeah, you're not going to have that big shot on G4 Live of 50,000 people in a convention center. But that was really...
Actually, we're going to run in B-roll from years past, so it'll still look like the convention center's packed, even though we're at a Holiday Inn or a Renaissance down the street.
This year they covered up the booth babes, so it wasn't as fun anyway. Why have it if you can't look at the booth babes anymore?
This is true. This is true. All right, now aside from this next-gen war that happens at the end of this year, everybody's talking about PS3 versus Wii, they seem to ignore the handheld wars that have been going on. But I don't know if you can really call it a war at this point. I mean, Shane, we saw Nintendo dominate with their DS. I mean, is the PSP history, was 06 sort of the end of Sony's run?
Dude, the war is pretty much over. At this point, DS is like 4 times as many units worldwide as PSP. So although PSP is still around, it's not looking good for it.
I don't disagree, Shane.
is obsolete.
PSP is, November, it sold, I think, north of 600,000 units. I mean, DS did 900,000. So I think you're absolutely right. I mean, worldwide, like the DS is just obliterated the PSP in Japan. In America, it's a little, it's a little tighter. I think absolutely the DS still, I'm amazed at the lifespan of the DS. I mean, when it first came out, I was expecting it to only last a couple of years. Nintendo's proven that, they've done a lot of good games.
But Jeff, surely you must have been shocked and amazed and blown away that a media format like the Universal Media Disc, UMDs, come on. Movie studios haven't exactly rallied behind it. Consumers they're not flying off shelves.
Well, actually, movie studios rallied behind UMD too much because I think there was a flood of too many movies for, UMD, and you see all these silly, like, Bridges of Madison County on UMD, which is totally, like, the wrong movie to put on PSP UMD. So, yeah, I think Sony's probably going to refresh the PSP next year. I think we'll probably see, like, a hard drive or flash-based version of the PSP. So it's not over. And I actually think there's a lot of cool stuff now with PS3 and PSP interactivity that we've only just started to see.
All right, Shane, let's go to the Xbox factor here. I mean, you could say the 360 had a bit of a rough start. Do you think they finished off well? Was 06 a good year for Microsoft?
Well, Gears of War made a big difference for them. It's an exclusive game that's really good. The problem with most of the other games, they're not really exclusive. So you're seeing the same games coming out for PS3. So because of that, it's been a little slow in taking off, I think. They need more exclusives. And 2007 will have that. But right now, there's still not that many games that are only on Xbox 360.
Right. What about the microtransactions, though, Jeff? I mean, is 2006 the year of the microtransaction?
Well, it started. I mean, there was a lot of backlash, as all of us have talked about, with the idea of like buying money for the Godfather world and kind of silly microtransactions. I think what will be interesting is once we see like Gears of War content coming out, and we next year I think is when the big games, like when you have Grand Theft Auto episodic content, that's when people are really going to spend money on a major scale, and we haven't seen that yet. So I think next year is probably when we're going to see it on a higher level.
Do you think we'll see will we see horse armor in Grand Theft Auto though? Because that's all I'm really waiting on at this point, Jeff. All right, final question to you, Shane. We got Halo 3 coming next year. Everybody's excited for it. Is it going to kill the PlayStation 3? Is it all Microsoft needs for all of 07?
I mean, it's their biggest weapon, but it's not going to kill the PS3 because it only appeals to people who've played Halo, and those are Xbox fans. I think they need to reach beyond their base and make some new kinds of games to bring in new kinds of
Viva
games.
Pinata, right?
Yeah. No, but that game's it's a big flop because they tried too hard to make a kiddie game. So they need to try some different stuff but more different things that might work.
Jeff, what do you think? Does Microsoft need more than Halo 3 real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, but they've got Gears of War, they've got Mass Effect, which people are looking forward to. So I think next year they're going to have some good games, but we'll see. I mean, PS3's got Killzone and Metal Gear Solid 4, so it's going to be a battle.
All right. Hopefully it's not a pre-rendered battle. Thank you guys for joining us and keeping us in the loop. That's Jeff and Shane. Look, 2006 has been full of new consoles and great games, but it was also plagued by, well, the death of E3 as we know it, console shortages, and system poaching eBay power sellers. So here's the gaming in 2007, and hoping that we'll still get our booth babes, some reliable hardware, and maybe a copy of Halo 3 without having to take shrapnel to the chest. But right now, let's go over to Miss Olivia Munn.
Thanks, Kevin. Today we're bringing you the best new games. It's time to attack this. First up, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is now available on the aging GameCube. The only things missing are the obvious control differences, and if you haven't yet played the Wii version, you will hardly miss them. The game is virtually the same in almost every respect, with one giant difference. The entire game world on the GameCube is a mirror image of the Wii version. Link is a lefty on the GameCube and in all previous Zelda adventures, but the developers made Link a righty for the Wii version so that right-handed players could swing Link's sword with their right hand. It's pretty awesome, I know. Next, Full Auto 2 Battle Lines on the PS3. It's hard not to like a game that mixes fast cars with heavy armor, missiles, guns, and explosions. In addition to racing modes that usually have objectives like taking out a certain number of cars or protecting another car, there's also arena battle mode with multiplayer and PlayStation Network support, so you can commit vehicular homicide over the internet. Al Gore would be so proud. Next up, Elebits for the Wii is a game so bizarre and unique that you won't even notice the less than next-gen graphics. Tiny creatures called Elebits are hiding in your cereal boxes, under the bed, and in your closet. You need to use your electrified gravity beam to rip the little bastards from their hiding places. Up to 4 players can use their Wiimote Fu at the same time, and you can create and trade new levels over Wii Connect 24. And finally, for some cheap fun, head to your local participating Burger King, get you a value meal, and throw down $3.99 for Big Bumpin' for the Xbox and Xbox 360. There are 3 different games at Burger King, but we like Big Bumpin' the best. It's just like the bumper car ride at the carnival, except you get lots more than whiplash for your bucks, including a 4-player mode and online play over Xbox Live, complete with achievements. You'll also see some Burger King icons in there like the Subservient Chicken and Brooke Burke. That's today's Attack This. Visit g4tv.com/AOTS for links to all these games. Still ahead, is iTunes as successful as everyone thinks? We'll tell you the real story in the feed. But up next, we'll give you some advice about the L word. No, sorry, it's not lesbians, but love. When we go in your pants, you're watching TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Welcome back to Attack of the Show, TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. We are live and checking what you have sent us in our fax machine.
Hey, little brother.
So much fun.
Look at this little guy. He's got
I know.
a phone on.
Okay, Kevin, what do you have?
Okay, we're getting good stuff. I'm going to run through it quickly. Guy Browning sent in a suggestion for our new theme song. It was sheet music to the Lord Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Real toe tapper.
Now, Miko from Michigan says, I love you, Olivia. I worship you. I will die for you. Oops, my wife just got home.
Oh, hi. Hi, Mrs. Miko. Then we got a cash count, looks like from an Econo Lodge somewhere.
That's so great that the Econo Lodge is watching
so
us.
hi, Econo Lodge. What's going on?
I love the Econo Lodge.
Good time to rob them, by the way.
Okay, here's a good from afar and yet far from good. The real reason we watch. It's pictures of you dressed in looks like a
drag. Yeah, that would be drag.
Here's me on the set of my Nickelodeon show and at a premiere.
And
we love you.
From Charles Highcock Jr., we got you guys are awesome. I'm skipping World of Warcraft to watch you guys, which means a lot.
Can you hear that? We're getting on.
There we go, real quick.
And then here's one more, AOTS Rocks from John and Diane. I think that's his mom's name at the top, but some art.
And a Homer. All right, we're going to check in later. We got more stuff coming in. Fax whatever you want to this little machine right here, 310-979-2699. If you don't have a fax machine, just go to g4tv.com/fax AOTS, and you can find a list of sites that will offer free faxing online. Yes. Okay, so the fax machine is warming up, but right now it's actually time to get hot and steamy. Yeah, go get all ready. There you go, sweetheart. The holidays are hot. It's okay. It happens. We're live. The holidays are here, and a lot of relationships are on the rocks, so it's time to give everybody a healthy dose of sex advice. So grab a beer, get your jeans unzipped. Ready or not, we're going in your pants.
and STD together, doesn't that just
It's just a warm,
just sounds
happy
like
little
sex and
mix.
relationship? Now you guys know her, you love her. It is sex columnist Anna Davis. She's written for magazines like Details and Stuff, and of course she's here twice a week to help answer your sex and relationship questions. But right now we want to hear our first question.
Let's go in their pants.
My girlfriend told me that she loves me, but how can I be sure that I love her back?
That's a great question. Like, how do you know when you love someone?
Well, I do think it's sort of like the, you know, you're pregnant or you're not, you're in love or you're not, especially first love. It is that sort of, it's unlike anything else. I mean, a writer I know put it sort of like you feel like the whole world is created just for the two of you.
Oh, that's sickening and disgusting.
You're in love right now, so why don't you talk about it? Aren't you?
Not like that. The world isn't made for me.
I do think, I mean, there is the initial love where everything the person does is adorable and you can't get enough of them, and you think they're the most beautiful person in the face of the earth.
What about the fact that sometimes when people are having sex, like his girlfriend said it to him first.
Right.
And what if she's just like, they're having sex, and a lot of times girls do this where they think they're in love because they're having sex with
And
this
a lot
guy.
of men do that too.
Yeah, so how do you know if it's really love or it's just because it's good banging?
Yeah, no, excellent question. Lust and love are very, very
Yeah.
easy to confuse.
Basically, you're just saying that it's either you know or you don't know.
I hate to be harsh, but I think that if she said it to you and you don't know if you want to say it back, you may not be in love.
That's it, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I do think that happens all the time, that those words, I love you, the person feels this automatic obligation to say it back.
Someone said it to me, and I said, someone said, I love you, and I said, I love you too. And then, like, weeks later, I said, you said you loved me first. And they said, no. I said, I think I love you. And I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, they stuck in the little think, and I didn't hear that part. I just automatically said, I love you.
Well, I do think that it can be a manipulative thing. People can say it in the hopes of hearing it back.
But right now, this guy probably doesn't feel for her, and you'll know when you know.
You do know, and I mean, love does change. It obviously goes from this, you know, that the person's absolutely perfect in the honeymoon phase into this, this is my best friend, and we're great companions. But in the initial stages, it should sort of be knocking you off your feet.
Sounds good. Now let's go on to our next question.
Here's a story. My last girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, has a little-known virus called HPV. But she tells me that it doesn't affect guys. And since she's dirty, I also think she's a liar. So do you guys know anything about this?
Well, I don't think that her having HPV automatically makes her dirty. She could have gotten it just from one sexual experience.
It's incredibly common.
It is incredibly
such a common
well, you
STD.
were having stats earlier.
Yeah, it's basically 50% of men and women over the course of a lifetime will have it, and 80% of women over 50 have it. It is incredibly common.
Now, is HPV genital warts? That's a common question.
It can be warts. I know from personal experience, one day I thought I had it. I invented something down there, and I went to the doctor and I explained that I had HPV and they needed to treat me for it. And the doctor explained to me that it doesn't tend to show, you can't see it. I mean, it's on your cervix. So what they do is, it's an automatic thing with pap smears now. They do an HPV test. The danger of HPV is that it can lead to cervical cancer.
But in guys, HPV doesn't always create a wart. Sometimes guys could just be carriers, and they
Absolutely.
don't even
And
know.
there's no test for men.
Yeah.
Even.
The biggest thing I think is when you're with a girl, you know, to let her know that you were with a girl who wasn't honest with you, and you had sex with her unprotected, I'm guessing, and she had HPV, and she should continue to get regular pap smears just to be very safe.
And your girlfriend or whoever you're with can go and talk to her doctor about what the risks are. You know, there's more and more awareness about this.
And
but
STDs are very strong now. I mean, they have like a super STD strain right now where she could be with just one guy and it give it to her, and it doesn't necessarily make her dirty. It doesn't necessarily make you dirty, because if you have it, I don't think you'd call yourself dirty either.
No,
so I think basically get your knowledge, make sure you get regular tests, you know, let other people know, be aware, and just, you know, be kind to the people you're having sex with and keep them safe. But
and condoms don't always protect.
Condoms don't always protect. That's true. Now, thank you so much. You guys can get all of Anna's extended answers to the questions you just heard on our website at g4tv.com/AOTS. And to find out more about Anna, go to her website at annadavid.com. And now, the hunkiest hunk. I like to call him Mr. Hunky Hunkerson. It's Kevin Pereira.
She's sniffing glue. Thanks, ladies. Yeah, you know, that last question about the STDs, a little too heady for my taste. But the advice there is simple, of course. Wrap it before you tap it. But, you know, that first guy, he wants to tell his girlfriend that he loves her. Okay, you see how excited the hens got when you asked that? It's because you've fallen into their lifetime of being taken care of trap. Never Never, ever tell a girl that you love her before she tells you. And frankly, you shouldn't even consider uttering those words before the age of 30. Don't mistake love with the convenience of having sex regularly. That fatal mistake can cost you your dreams and half. The facts, guys. I'm sorry. We'll be back.
It's the news you've come to love and trust. It's The Feed. And we go behind the scenes with the bad boys of Miami Vice on TV Tuesday.
Yo, Kevin and Olivia, what's the worst Christmas gift you guys ever got?
You got a good one?
I have one. It's so awesome. You know, I'm not close to my biological father, and one Christmas, I hadn't seen him in a long time, and I opened up my Christmas gift in front of him, and it was a sweatshirt that had built-in, what are these called? Like the cuffs at the bottom?
Cuffs, yeah.
And it was a sweatshirt built-in and collar with snowflakes on the collar, and it had a winter scene in puff paint with glitter.
Oh, not a puff paint sweater.
And it was the best.
Did you pretend to like it?
Or like this, and I was like, oh my God, how did you know that all the girls are wearing this?
Wow.
How did you know? And he goes, well, when I saw it, I thought of you.
Thought of you, right?
I thought, really? You thought of me?
This was your
That's
biological
great.
father?
Yeah.
I thought maybe he got that pack of cigs that he promised to return with or something like that. And he's like, here they are.
I finally came back.
I came back, I promise.
No, we didn't
wait,
do
what's
that.
this? Oh, yeah, Wiener dogs do suck.
Wiener dogs suck.
I totally agree with that
I
fact.
love our fact machine.
So good. Thanks for that, whoever sent that in. All right, we're live, and we know you're really, we know you're looking forward to the holidays, right? You know who really is looking forward to it the most, though?
I don't know.
Human resources.
Yes.
Holiday parties are like the Super Bowl of sexual harassment. I
That's
know
right.
from experience.
Well, right now it is time for the only news you need to know in the feed.
Thank you, guys. I'm Layla Kaylee, and it's time to start the feed. CBS and YouTube have joined forces to deliver content and now censorship. The New York Times has reported that negative user comments about CBS's content have been moved. Profane, unconstructive criticism that appears on the front page below the video is moved to a separate page. You can still call CSI all the 4 effing letter words you want, so not all hope is lost. iTunes is the most popular music download service around, but for how long? Analysts are reporting a 65% drop in revenue for Apple's online store over the past 27 months. Sales exploded with the introduction of the video iPod and the sale of TV shows like Lost and The Office. But since then, there's been a steady decline, and other download sites are reporting similar figures. What's the reason? Maybe those 3 dreaded letters, DRM. Sony has screwed up yet again. This time it's viral advertising. Sony hired PR firm Zuppetoni to create some internet hype for its struggling handheld, the PSP. They created a fake site claiming to be made by a kid who really wants one for Christmas. Homemade music videos were posted to YouTube and were immediately exposed as frauds. Even worse, fake comments were made to gaming sites like Kotaku, which would link to the ads. Sony, all we really want for Christmas is some honesty, please. The film Borat will remain intact despite the wishes of a couple of drunk college students. 3 frat boys from South Carolina sued Fox and the film's producers, claiming that they were tricked into appearing in the film and were given alcohol so they would sign the release forms. A Los Angeles judge has ruled that the film scene will not be deleted despite the plaintiff's numerous requests. I know these 3 guys are really looking forward to the DVD release. Well, that's all for today. And now the feed has a theme song. You better believe it. Make sure to listen to nerdcore rapper YT Cracker's soon-to-be hit song on G4TV.com/the feed. How can I say that with a straight face? I'm Layla Kaylee, and you've just been fed. Back to you.
It's a goat. It's a goat.
Someone faxed us the goat. Show them the goat.
It's a goat.
Show them the goat.
Oh, cute little thingy.
Thanks for the news there.
Kev, I don't know if you knew that Lindsay Lohan has claimed that she's been sober for a whole week. Hey, way to go.
See, if Lindsay can show so much courage and determination, then you can too, folks.
Yeah.
Don't give in to that urge. Stay seated.
7 days going strong.
Be strong like Lindsay. TV Tuesday is coming up on TV's only source for all the stuff you fax about.
The Feed is brought to you by Tag Body Spray for Guys. Consider yourself warned.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Attack of the Show. Now, for the entire show, you've been sending in faxes, and it's time to see what we got live on the air. Here we go. Start us off.
I've got a duck. It says, "Hey, Kevin and Olivia, I love." What is that?
Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold. I love you guys. Duck. Joe from Oklahoma.
Big shout out right here to Best Buy, store number 856. They love our show. What's going on, guys? And that's from Shannon LaBeach. There
Yes, the time card. Now, here's one from a 12-year-old girl named Sarah. She says to Olivia, "You're really pretty, and I love the show. Her boyfriend loves me more than her."
A 12-year-old with a boyfriend?
She's just kidding. She's not mad at me about that, and I'm her role model.
Oh, that's so
Sarah.
sad. All right, moving on here from Gemino.
Stop laughing.
You couldn't smooth a silk sheet if you had a hot date with a babe. I lost my train of thought. Okay.
That's awesome. If you guys want to fax
We got
us
more to go
anything, you want to send it to 310-979-2699. Or if you don't have a fax machine, go to g4tv.com/faxaots for a list of sites that offer free faxing.
Now, unlike faxing, digital downloads are the future. Everybody kind of agrees with that. But let's face it, no one knows what the hell they're doing right now.
Until then, build that library and rack up that debt. And here to help is film expert Chris Gore. Yes, everyone, it's DVD Tuesday.
Welcome back, Chris.
Great.
What's going on?
Over here.
That was a sprint and a half. I'm winded.
Cool.
Let's get it started. DVD Tuesday. You always bring some digital video discs. We're starting off with Miami Vice.
Miami Vice, of course, this is the Michael Mann based on the TV show, but really what's
This was about the guys, the cowboys in the mountains?
Yes, they're busting drug lords and whatnot. I mean, you saw this movie, didn't you?
Of course, of course.
It was controversial from the standpoint as it strayed so much from the TV show.
Sure.
You know, it wasn't fun and
didn't even have the theme song,
It was
right?
very dark. No, it didn't have the theme song. So, I mean, it's a much more serious take on the concept. And the extras on this, if you were not a fan of it, the extras are actually pretty cool. Some deleted scenes, but also this Michael Mann commentary that's absolutely fantastic. He talks about how they trained with the weapons, Colin Farrell. I mean, like, they used weapons. I mean, these are real weapons that they're using. Obviously blanks. But they actually, all the strategy.
I've heard that rumor about Colin as well, yes.
Yeah, exactly. All the strategies that they used, including the gunplay, was all based on real police strategy.
Well, that's a cool special feature.
Yeah.
But is it enough to make this a purchase, especially if you maybe weren't a fan of the film?
Right. The thing is, this was a mixed reviews on this movie, and I was a big fan of it, but there's just not enough on it to make it a buy. It's also not a film that I would necessarily watch over and over.
Right.
Definite rent to check out, especially if you missed it at the theater.
Okay.
And the extras are good.
Definite rent on Miami Vice, then.
Oh, yeah,
right? Let's move on to a movie that you can't escape the ads for. Love it. Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. This is the unrated and uncut edition.
You know what? I actually did not see this film in theaters when it came out, but I have to say, having seen it on DVD, absolutely hysterical. One of the funniest films here. I thought it was better than Anchorman.
Wow.
No, it was that good.
That's
it's so
dropping the
funny.
comedy gauntlet, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, of course, he's a driver, you know, NASCAR and whatnot, with a great cast of people. In fact, I think the best thing on this are his two kids, Walker and Texas Ranger. And there's a great special feature.
That's awesome.
Where there's just a montage of them talking. The commentary on it. Here's the kids here. They're so hilarious. They're the worst kids ever. They swear. They're mean. Great stuff. And the commentary on this is interesting because it's the director and a couple of the actors, and they lie through the entire thing. It's not like they take the first 5 minutes, they're joking. They completely lie and make things up.
Right, like about the script and the characters and how they shot scenes and disco.
A lot of people forget is Sacha Baron Cohen is in this movie.
Borat, for those who don't know.
Exactly, and we have a quick scene, so check this out.
I give you one option, Monsieur Bobby. As a sign of humility, if you kiss me on the lips now, I will return to Paris and you will never see me again in NASCAR.
The answer is never. Do you hear me? Never, ever!
Well, yes or no?
That's sick.
Let me tell you. Hold on.
So you make yeah.
Which, odd, because yes, he was in the movie, but now if you watch the ads, it seems to be more about Sacha Baron Cohen than Will Ferrell. I saw an entire commercial that was just that scene.
Yeah, they definitely have touted his appearance in the movie.
Sure.
But he's just, you know, he's a minor character.
Another reason to pick it up, perhaps? What's the verdict on
I mean,
this?
there's a lot of reasons to pick it up. It's just a funny movie, which it's so hard to find a good comedy. Great comedy that you can watch over and over again. Great extras. It's a buy.
Will it be out on Blu-ray yet? I mean, do we have any idea? Because I know they released the first one. It came bundled.
If you can buy the PS3, you can get it in Blu-ray.
There we go. All right. We're going to wrap this up with Saturday Night Live, the complete first season, 1975 through 1976. A whole year. Wow.
Now, interesting about this show, it was not actually called Saturday Night Live when it first came out. It was called NBC's Saturday Night, because there was a show called Saturday Night Live, which was hosted by Howard Cosell a year earlier. They ended up co-opting the name. In any case, to watch this stuff now is so unbelievable, just from a historical standpoint, and to see the humor was so racy. This was definitely the show was pioneering, and Richard Pryor on here is unbelievable. George Carlin hosted the first show, saying stuff on TV. I mean, forget the 7 words, talking about comedy routines about religion. I mean, very edgy stuff.
They really pushed the edge back
They
then,
definitely pushed the envelope. The only extras on the entire disc are screen tests of the entire cast.
Well,
fascinating to see the screen tests. I mean, here we're seeing Lorraine Newman right now, and there's John Belushi doing their screen. This is them doing the screen test. That's all that's on the disc in terms of extras. There's really nothing else on it.
So while the show itself might be great, the extras don't make it a buy? Is that what you're saying?
Right, and some of it is they're actually doing jokes about television commercials that haven't been seen in so long. The context is lost.
Well, so what's the verdict then on SNL, the complete first season?
Verdict is a strong recommendation to rent it, but eventually something will come out that'll have commentary and more extras.
All right, we got a couple seconds. I want to get it in here. Always bring a little something extra.
Little quick, I got my right here. There we go.
There we go. Ali G in the house.
Ali G in the house. But here's what you need to notice is the sticker. The sticker, right? Right over there it says Borat, see?
Right.
They're touting that Borat is in this movie. He's in it for all of no time, and this was an awful movie to begin with. It's scripted stuff.
Wait,
and
so
not
your
funny.
quick pick is actually a steer clear.
It's an anti-quick pick. Do not get this Ali G in the house with Borat. It's only a sticker.
Done. All right, we get it.
Take the sticker.
Rip it off. Just rip it off. It doesn't need
right
to belong there. Thanks, Chris, for coming on, though, and sharing those movies. Good luck with that sticker, buddy. All right, visit filmthread.com. I'm going to see if we can get it done by the time I'm done with this read. Visit filmthread.com or chrisgore.com for more movie info. Now let's go over to the shake to my bake. Sticker's not off. Olivia Munn.
Thanks, Kev. Coming up, we'll have more crazy faxing. You are not going to believe what else came through our fax machine. That's next on TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
I got a sticker!
Hey, Attack of the Show. What would you say is the best game out for the 360?
Hi, Katie.
Hey. Stop flirting with the.
Sorry, yes. Gears of War. We're going to have to say Gears of War.
But Oblivion has won a lot of awards, won the VGA.
That's true.
So
that is true.
What do you think about Oblivion?
That speaks volumes. No, Oblivion was a great game. Gears of War is a fantastic game as well. There's a game coming out tomorrow on Xbox Live. I think it's called Assault Heroes. It's like a 2-player co-op online commando-style game. It's an independent game. I always support Xbox Live games, so I'd say Marble Blast on Xbox Live if you have the gold account, or I think you can even buy it with silver. Get on there, and then tomorrow, Wednesday, there's going to be this new top-down commando game. So maybe we can play it at the beginning of the show.
That would be fun, but there's so many games that are really cool, those first-person shooter games, but nothing's cooler than Uno with you at your house.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
I got an Uno story and a half to tell you, by the way.
Really?
It's not good for air, so we have to move it on. All right, this holiday season, we have the Hasbro Holiday Heap, where we're giving away Hasbro products, and today, you are getting the Zoom box if you send in the question, and we use it. Not a fax, though.
That's right. Go to g4tv.com/video voicemail to send us a voicemail.
All right, folks, we are live here, and sadly, we're not that decked out, really.
If you guys want to know how to defeat Ganon or what DVDs you should buy, we're the place you should go. But if you want to know about cars, there's really only one other place you should go.
Yes, that's G4's Street Fury. It's your guide into the world of import car racing and really about car modification as well.
Now, Scions are designed to be customized to the owner's needs. And for the first time ever, Big C and the Street Fury team will tech out a Scion, creating a one-of-a-kind, pimped-out ride.
Right now, I'm in Upland, California at Sinister Race Cars, and I'm going to be checking out a Scion. Now, you know I put the bling in things when we do cars, but ice is a lot more than diamonds. In the car game that I'm in, Kevin, ice is in-car entertainment. And this right here is going in my teched out Scion. Wireless capabilities from the Xbox and a whole lot more. So if you want to see how I ice out a whip, check out the Street Fury Scion Tech Out this Sunday at 2 p.m. right here on G4.
Thanks, Big C. Make sure you check out Street Fury Scion Tech Out Special. It premieres this Sunday afternoon at 2 right here on G4.
Only 19 days until New Year's Eve. Better get those party plans ready, or it's another year watching Dick Clark with the parents.
Yeah, and your mom doesn't make the coolest makeout partner, let's be honest.
No.
Well, she was for me, but
Monkey.
not for you. Hi, Monkey.
Monkey.
I love hearing the fax machine going all show long. Stay tuned. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.
Oh,
If you haven't been watching Attack of the Show,
Professor Snape, come sing with us.
this is what you're missing.
Oh, Professor, come on. It's Christmas.
For more info, go to g4tv.com/AOTS. Today's video voicemail participants received the Zoombox DVD Entertainment. Projects big screen entertainment on the wall or even ceiling.
Everybody, welcome back to Attack of the Show. TV's only yada yada. You know how this works.
But faxes.
Let's get to them. You want to start
We
it
are
off?
live. We
some
got
good
faxes.
ones.
Yes.
Good ones.
We got some nice caricatures.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Is that a what's number 4? Number 4, I think, is the bowel.
Yeah,
The
these
bat
are very
owl?
good. Aren't they
It's a
good?
good
Now,
bowel.
what do you have?
I got dip me in honey and throw me to the lesbians, which
What does that mean?
it's like a war cry. And then he
It's
says
from
hello.
Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Now here's one for Zach. I'll bet Zach could take that bologna. He's a little picture of a bologna.
Oh, it's an angry piece of meat. All right, now Travis from WV, what is that, West Virginia? Travis is very angry. He says, look, dude, the fax machine is not dead. I use mine all the time. So, Travis,
you're right, and we love our fax machine here.
Yeah, neither's the Telegram.
Here's one. Your show is the best show I've ever seen. You know what? You know what, Amina? We agree with you.
This one literally just came in, so we didn't run it by legal, but I love it. It says, "This spoon is too big," which is great. I love it. I love it. I'm right there with you, buddy. Well done. Well done, Peter and Sarah.
And here's one for our girl, Kristen Holt. Holt.
That's Kristen. And apparently there's a disclaimer that it should be placed on her
Yeah.
desk, so do that. All right. Coming up tomorrow, we'll break down the best and worst movies and TV shows of the year in the Loop. Plus, in our Web Tools segment, I'm going to show you how to really edit your videos online. It's a great program. It's free.
And on Friday, tech expert Will O'Neill will come by and show you the latest gadgets and electronics you're going to want to have under your Christmas tree this year. Now, for all the things you guys saw today and more, go to g4tv.com/AOTS.
And make sure you don't get off the couch. We've got X-Play coming up next. They're breaking out their holiday buyer's guide. They're going to give you all sorts of good stuff.
Yes, and everyone, I'm going to be out of town the next few days, and my friend Blair Butler will be filling in for me because my grandfather lost his battle with cancer, and so I'm going to go home. I know that's like way to ruin the whole show. But
Actually, the fax machine kind of ruined it.
But my grandfather, he passed away the other day, and I love him very much, and he's up in heaven with my grandma, and so I'm going to go to his funeral on Thursday.
All right, well, we'll miss you for a couple days, kiddo, but you'll be back next week. And
Just, it won't be as much fun ruining the set.
it's all right. Do you want to break the fax machine? Or,
No, I
crash
don't want to.
them
I
under?
love the fax machine
All right,
right now.
keep sending in the faxes. Stay tuned for X-Play. It's coming up next, and we'll see you in a couple days.
Yes, I will add you as my friend to MySpace.
Yes, now you're getting faxed MySpace requests?
Yeah.
That's
I'm going
really
to catch up with you one day.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
See you.